week started off with a midweek run. I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday night, can't remember now. Headed out, and unfortunately for the dogs, there was a mob in the cane. Anyone that knows cane very well knows that mobs can be a lot harder than any other sort of pigs you get onto. The dogs worked around in circles for ages. This clip goes for 11 minutes, but I'm going to cut it short, obviously. Anyway, eventually, pig poked his head out and we got onto it. Safe to say, I was relieved to actually get one after an entire episode of at least an hour of driving round and round in circles.
Yep. Rolled it. Mob sow. The dog's just got. Well, actually, the dog's didn't get it. I just shot it. It's turn my head more on. There we go. It's for about 40-50 kilos. The dog's having a hard time. There must be a lot of mob pigs around. I just couldn't quite figure it out. But yeah, anyway, eventually it tried to sneak out of this cane about, I don't know, about there somewhere. Dogs are in there working. Blasted him and he come around all around here, and I blasted him again and down it went.
Take all the good ones from the top of the list and put them down the bottom and reverse it for the, well, I say the less than usual stuff.
So we're off for a run tonight. We got Pepper, my stumpy bitch. Hey little girl. About 20 months old maybe. About the same as Minty, roughly. A few weeks difference, wherever Minty is. Minty! Well, Minty's about to bugger off and go find a pig. Good, yeah, where's the pig? Catahoula.
Actually Minty and Pepper on this?
No. On mine they'll be called T-Mini and Ali.
Yeah, right.
I think.
Okay.
Oh no, T-Mini and...
What's the mini one?
I can't remember. On Minty. Okay. And then we also got... What's the new dog's name?
Asti.
Asti? Cattle dog cross. Very leggy
purebred
bitch.
cattle dog.
Oh, purebred cattle
Apparently
dog. Wow.
so. Working breed.
Really leggy, nice sort of more station sort of style breed. Hey girl. She's only just starting, so don't expect too much. Seen a couple and starting to show a tiny bit of interest. Bindi, Binjuice, Bindi.
That's the prickle, that one.
Oh, it's a prickle. Oh yeah, very similar.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, very similar.
Fully cattle whippet, stag, grey shit, roughly.
And probably some other stuff.
Probably some other stuff. And yeah. There's Bindi here somewhere as well, which is whippet, kelpie and stuff, wherever she is, somewhere around.
Bin juice! Got to get rid of the best part of it, no doubt.
There they are.
Ah, reprobates, good dogs.
There she is. Whippet style dog that Stu got and was told that didn't have any sort of drive or interest, and yeah, we've been a couple pigs. She was barking and whatnot. Bit old, well, you never know, but bit old to really become a main dog, but definitely absolutely. Very handy.
Yeah.
Very handy to have there, and super hard on the arse end.
Yeah.
And still got jaws like bloody scissors.
Yeah. A pair of bloody snipping shears. Yeah. And she is still, despite her age, getting better all the time.
How old is she?
She was supposed to be a bit over 6 when I got given her, so she'd be getting close to 7 by now. So yeah. It's bloody old for a dog to start. But so yeah, she will never reach the utmost of the potential she could have reached, but she's still become a handy dog. Yeah. One that I will not leave behind because she's really, really good at the bail, at keeping a pig from breaking.
Yeah.
Very hard on the arse end.
A very sort of comfort thing. Yep, there. Minty straight off up the track.
Just gonna keep.
So we should be able
The dogs had one good jump before this, working out around the kilometre mark, but not coming up with anything. Next up, we got this jump, and the dogs took off. They worked out. Eventually, Minty turned around, who we thought was coming back, but she doubled back past us and came back to the track about 500 or 600 metres behind us. At this point, we went and picked her up. We're not sure if she was actually on anything or just got lost on the way back, but it is pretty uncharacteristic of her. Anyways, by the time we got back, we checked the tracker. The dogs, Pepper, Prickle and Bindi, were treed out at around the 1.2 kilometre mark. We couldn't really hear anything, so we doubled back in the ute to where we thought we might be able to pick something up with our ears. Stopping, we realised, yes, they've got a good pig. So we took off on foot.
turn this on once we get Minty back and we start heading towards that pig. Dogs pulled this pig up at 1.2. Pepper, Prickle and Bindi. They got a bail going. We got Asti and Minty with us. Just follow this track to where as close as we're going to get. 500 or so out this side at the moment.
It was pretty hard going. Mountainous country with sharp little gullies, full of rocks and long grass. Anyway, the dogs had done bloody well, but from where we were coming from, we had to scale down quite a ridge.
Hey? Pull up for a second, that pig's only just here. We got right here.
Good pig.
Ooh.
Good pig.
When you're ready.
Oh, shit, I lost the front sight off my rifle.
Oh,
that was a bit inconvenient.
Lost the front sight of him.
He's hurt.
He won't be going far.
He's a very big pig. Watch out, he doesn't come down.
Good dog. Good dog. Good dog.
I'm trying to remember what the hell happened now. It's all a bit chaotic there. It was a very, very convincing jump by all four of the main hunting dogs. Asti, of course, stayed on the back of the ute. Although no, that's
she went a little
lie.
way.
She jumped with them as well. So all five dogs, big convincing jump. Asti came back after about 80 metres or so. But the other four continued straight down a ridge. They'd probably got about halfway to a creek when we started hearing some yipping, some trail barking, and I suspect it was this old mole here, old bin juice. but they stuck with it nonetheless. Eventually they sort of tracked it down into the creek and just followed it probably for what, about a K?
Just
straight
over
up the
that
creek.
1.2 from where they jumped. If you
1.2.
stretched it in a straight line, I'd say 1.6, I guess.
Yeah, yep. Rightio. So yeah, no, they did really well, even though this one was trail barking the whole bloody way.
Yeah.
They did very well.
Minty turned around as well at, I don't know, 700 or something like that, I guess.
Yeah.
I've no
yeah.
idea really, but just
Yeah,
put a number
who
out there.
knows why. Zigged when she should have zagged, perhaps, and yeah. But these guys followed it for that 1.6 or whatever, and we lost. They got out of earshot, but our trackers showed that they were all 3 treed down in a gully, and so we roared up the track and managed to barrel the 700 metres down into this real steep broken country. And when we got down here, this boar was on a bit of a flat, had Pepper pretty hard up on his nose and Bindi back a bit further, and yeah, Prickle had come back to say good day to us, but found out a little while later she had an excuse. So yeah, anyway, when I lined up for the shot, just to discover my front sight on my rifle had dropped off somewhere along the way, which is extremely inconvenient. So I sort of eyeballed it and I hit him. It didn't go very far. He just probably ran about another 40 metres and fell over.
Yeah.
So that was the end of him. And yeah, dog's had a bit of a play, and he's a very good hooky Cape York boar. Very typically lean in the hips.
Flick his head this way. Nice.
Yeah.
Bloody toothy tooths.
Yeah.
Toothy tusks in this sort of rocky kind of hilly country.
Yeah,
really hilly.
Yeah. So you can often wear them away pretty quickly in this sort of stuff, rolling rocks and things, but you know, you can see there, it's the length of my thumb, it's a good, reasonable set of hooks there, very respectable indeed. Yeah, nice big shoulder pads on him, lean hips, pretty well a classic Cape York bush pig.
I don't know if you can see it there. There's a native, where is it? Native cockroach here somewhere. The dogs keep trying to stand on.
Just on the rock there.
There we go. There we got it. Which is, you can see it, it's not a huge one, but it's big enough. These actually make up or in this country where it's not actually sandy is what I was thinking, but a lot of the sandy country, Stu?
Yeah, mate, a lot of the sandy country. And this stuff too. These things will be living under the rocks, and you get along these dry creeks and you see the rocks being rolled by boars. They're often going to get these things, which burrow underneath them.
Much nicer to have on your tongue than a giant centipede, so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say, but
And
don't know how much nicer.
probably, probably won't hurt as much. But you'd imagine they'd have a pretty high nutritional value, same as most insects.
Yeah, full of protein and fat.
Yeah, exactly
Be
what you need.
good.
If you can't get a big feed like a deddy or something in this sort of drier kind of country, and there's, you know, if you're struggling to find figs and all that sort of thing, insects are, you know, bang for your buck, pretty much.
Absolutely, readily available.
Yeah, and if you can sniff them out, look at all the rocks here, sniff them out and flip a rock and get one here, a few steps, get another one. I imagine there's a fair few around if you know where to look, or if you can sniff them out.
Wouldn't take too long to get your day's feed
Yeah, you
on those
know,
things.
You can get.
We continued on hunting with no more success. We came close to one who had nearly crossed the track in front of us, but the dogs were a long way behind. Anyway, they tracked out 3 kilometres and never actually bumped into him again. So we'll call it that and move on to the next hunt, which was the following day.
Heading into the cane this morning. Set my alarm for 4. It's now 9:45, and I was a bit lazy off the mark. Dogs are already sniffing. But yeah, honestly, I was struggling this morning. Anyway, see how we go. A bit late, but you never know your luck. Minty and Digi just shot up this little bit here. Bit of a pad. Probably gonna have to come back.
Digit and Minty had been working around for about 10 minutes when they come out of the cane and decided to head down slowly along the creek on some old scent. They definitely weren't moving with much pace. Skip forward another 5 or so minutes and I'm still waiting at the ute when...
Stay in here, 'cause I think there's nowhere really useful that I can be here. And it's unlikely, but the only place that I'm got half a chance of shooting one is coming back into here. If they were to head up, but... Fuck, does it head up? Oh yeah, they got him. Man. That gun might be slightly off if I didn't hit him. I should have hit that. Jesus. Good little boar. You right, Ali? Here's this pig the dog's just got in the cane. Managed to wing him in the foot as he was running across the open there. Catahoula was actually the one that found him, heard her bark, and then out across the flat. He must have been bedded up in some timber or something down at the creek, and yeah, she was slowly reining him in, but it was taking a bit. He was bloody moving, and just lucky for me, old 2506 must be out a little bit. I'll have to slide it in again. I'll grab a different gun out for the rest of the lap, but yeah, lucky for me, I've winged him in the foot enough to slow him down when he hit the cane, and yeah, got him. Whew, what a show. Anyway, very good. Got the pig in the end. Very good. And yeah, so he's probably about 60 or something kilos. Good set of shoulders on him. And a little set of rippers. Yes. Very good. Robin Hood.
A couple of days later, I was heading around the cane with little Remy, showing her the basics about hunting the cane, when I spotted something up in a tree. At first I thought it was a goanna, but upon closer inspection it turned out to be a feral cat. It's not much that I enjoy shooting, more than pigs, but feral cats got to be right up there. The damage they do to the native wildlife is unbelievable.
Oh, just got to test out the new little tiny rounds. You can see how small they are. Let's extend it out. Buckshot. Buckshot this feral cat out of the tree. A lot of people probably wonder, why would you shoot a cat? Yeah. They're actually probably about the most destructive feral species in Australia, so yeah. Old Remy doesn't like it much. But yeah, new round's done the job. Smacked him out this tree up here behind me. Seen it heading up and I actually thought it was a big lizard, so yeah, very good. One for the natives. You beauty.